a spin? You do a spin?
No spin. We just arrived. We just rode the T7 from Yamaha. They got a whole setup here. Look at the big old truck, and then they got one down there for the razors. And I don't know if it's a razor.
Side by side.
Side by side of some sort. Whatever it is. We just rode the T7, the Tenere 700. It is only the 4th bike I've ever ridden, between the CB500X, the Africa Twin, the Pan America from last year, which you can see the review right up there, and then this one. So I will tell you, I was unimpressed with the Pan America when I went through that. I just didn't like it. The ergonomics didn't fit me. The whole bike just felt screwy, and I was just not a big fan at all. And I'm sure a lot of that stuff could be fixed with, just getting the right pegs, changing the handlebars, maybe seat heights, all that.
It might be a different
stuff.
class of bike, right? More like a GS, more of like a
maybe. My issue was I felt leaned too far forward, and like my elbows and shoulders were taking a lot of the weight, which was not something that's pleasant. On this bike, similar sort of ergonomic issues, but not unpleasant at all, right? Like I probably would have had the handlebars a little bit further back so that I could sit back further in the seat. But I'll tell you, as far as the ride, awesome. Super nimble.
Yeah.
I was not going fast because it's also the first time I've ridden a clutch in a year since the Pan America. So it was a little shaky on that front, but yeah, it was good. What did you think?
I was surprised how light it felt, even when I ride around my AT empty at home. This felt lighter. Like the 50 pounds is very noticeable. The engine revs a lot harder. You can't chug it like the AT. You can really chug the AT in that 2,000 to 3,000. This one's a 4 and up.
4 and up, yeah.
4 and up to get the power out of it. But yeah, it's narrow in the middle.
I'd say it's narrow all the way through.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm sitting pretty far back, and it's still very narrow way back. Which would be my only... It's not a problem with the bike, but it's a problem with me.
How good the bike is a problem for me, because I don't own one.
Oh, well, that's a problem, yeah.
That's the problem.
So my issue would be if I were to make the switch over, because I think this is potentially a switchable bike. I could make a case for it. My problem will be that because I sit so far back on the Africa Twin seat, it's a huge seat way back there, right? Like if you're all the way up by the tank, it's pretty thin, and I would argue probably pretty similar to this. My seat, as far back as I sit, which is almost to the pillion plate, is very, very wide. This one is not. It is practically the same size.
Much more dirt bike.
Yeah.
Dirt bike seat.
Yeah. And I could feel just in the 10 miles that we did that like I would be uncomfortable long term on that seat where I was sitting. Obviously, there are seat changes that you can make. You can adjust that sort of thing and get it better. I also realized that because of my new boots that are super, super heavy MX boots, my Liats, shifting period is like a search in the dark. Yeah, it is really tough. My Garins, I can feel it. These ones, no idea where that thing is. I was looking down to be able to shift, which is not what you want to be doing long term. I am 100% convinced that the DCT is where I'm going to stay for the rest of my life. Probably more so every year I'm riding on it. But this is a great bike. I really was a big fan. If I was going to make a switch, this would probably be included in the list of bikes that I would potentially evaluate as a switchable bike.
Yeah, I was surprised how much different it was. I thought it'd be like, okay, it's a little lighter, feels a little bit better, or like a little bit more flickier. No, but it was.
Yeah, I feel like I could lay this one down and pick it up with one leg. Yeah, right? Like staying on the bike and just pick it up. It feels really, really
very noticeable.
Super nimble, yet very sure-footed. So as I started getting comfortable and going around the turns, I was leaning as far as I'd lean the AT and feeling very good about cleanly coming out of it. So I was psyched about that. Any other last thoughts?
That's a nice bike.
Yeah, Yamaha, great job. And I'm going back to my
and it's a simple bike. Sorry, real fast. It's a simple bike. There's not a lot of ABS. There's ABS, but there's not a lot of electronics.
Modes.
There's no lean sensors. There's all that kind of stuff. So in terms of
long-term travel, you don't have to worry about stuff breaking
and all that kind of stuff. The complexity, it's pretty simple. So it's kind of a refreshing take.
Awesome job. If you are interested, have thought about the T7, definitely check it out. Worth a ride for sure.